Well, a lot of the leaders of the groups are actually former military.
No, I understand that. I'm just telling you what I've experienced. And they're very easily led. They're easily led by feds to set you up and get you in trouble. All I'm saying is, if the militia wants to be mainstream, which it's in the U.S. Code, it's in the Constitution, and doesn't want to be demonized, we should be out in the open, and out in the open about our liberty and freedom. And generally, it's associated with bad guys wearing masks and wearing hoods. And it's easily associated with Al-Qaeda, which is also a CIA creation, wearing masks and hoods. And I understand people that want to be secretive, and they have their First Amendment to be secretive and do this. I just think militias might want to have a public spokesperson who's good-looking and well-spoken who goes out and does the talking, instead of people in mask looking like the PLO. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and, like I said, I didn't realize that, all this was going to come to pass, and I've actually contemplated putting a video up where I'm not, wearing any kind of mask or voice modulator, and I'm not afraid of the FBI or the government. It was more to like protect my family and things like that, not bring any unwanted attention towards them. Like I said, my wife's been scared to death since this whole thing's come to pass. I'm like, check it out, honey, I'm on the news. You know what I mean? It was very surreal, and but I do agree with you about covering your face and everything.
Now, did YouTube take your videos down?
I don't know if YouTube did, but someone somehow hacked my computer. I had threats on my comments saying we're going to hack you and things like that, and I didn't really take it seriously. And then I got a phone call saying all your videos are down, and I got on there, and I had no more videos up, so I lost all my hits on my videos. But I am putting them back up, and I'm going to try to take measures, put up a good firewall so that this doesn't happen again.
Was the whole YouTube channel shut down or just your videos?
The channel itself was still up, but all the videos were taken down, and all of my comments were erased, and they messed with a few other things on there. But, as of now, it's back up and running, but I just don't have all my videos up yet.
Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if I was you, if you want your family to be safe, I would come out, do a video, explain why you did it, because the feds will sick local dumb cops they use on you, and down the road they may set you up with a pipe bomb or something to introduce you as the pale horse. Even that name, they're going to love you. Because it's all about simple branding. And I'm not saying you can't wear a mask and be on TV and have a scary voice changer. I'm just telling you it plays directly into their hands. I mean, the majority of Texans in polls want to secede and have the Republic of Texas. So the feds went out and found the one group of people in a trailer who immediately declared themselves president. That's not how it's done. You have the revolution first, then you have an election of a president. And so they killed the people in their trailer, basically. And then, because it was ridiculous to see hillbillies announcing themselves president. So they try to demonize any revolution by going to the more kooky or ridiculous angles out there. And we're not going to be able to stop this happening. It's just that we have to then make the public aware of how this whole battle of images works. And so I just want you to know that the way you did this video, I mean, how many Al-Qaeda videos have we seen put out by the Pentagon? It's now been admitted mainstream news. Do they do it just like this, with a blue screen behind them, a lieutenant standing the same way, looking clownish, and somebody else with a scary-looking gun, the most scary type, what, a semi-automatic Uzi, or what is that?
In the newest video, that is an Uzi, semi-automatic.
Yeah, so you've got all of this going on. I'm just telling you, it's a nightmare out of central casting. And, yes, if I was you, I'd show up on TV in a suit and tie and say, look, I just did this, to get my message out, and maybe talk about these issues. You're free to use some of these clips as we sit here and discuss today. Because when we politically show up in a suit and tie, when we politically say we're mainstream and the establishment is bad, think about how much we discredit the system by showing them in black ski masks. Does that discredit the New World Order to have their goon police in secret police outfits with automatic weapons? Is that not an image of evil and oppression? Do people not instinctively not like that, Pale Horse?
It seems that way, but I think people sometimes focus too much on image, and they need to focus more on the message. And once again, I'm not giving a hateful message. I'm just
but I took my kids to Slitterbahn yesterday, and they had the Congo ride, and it was supposed to be scary with a African mask going, meant to make it fun and scary. And so when you do that, that's what it's tailor-made. That's why they said, this is perfect. Now, because you didn't say a bunch of bad stuff, they didn't show much of what you had to say. Again, I'm not here preaching at you. I'm just for all the militia, for all of us. This is a great teaching tool today. And maybe people disagree with me. Maybe I should do the show. One time I did a show in a black ski mask and camo. In fact, pull that up, Alex Jones, Global Love Cop. But I did it as them, to discredit them. You understand?
Yeah.
See, when I did a Joker, I did it as pro-New World Order, to discredit them. And it was pointed at kind of the dumbed-down masses. And again, I'm not some master propagandist. I've had to learn how the enemy operates. I use truth, okay, but I still will use some imagery, more and more. Like used to, I would just come in here in a T-shirt for the TV show, and I said, no, I'll buy a couple sports jackets and some shirts because it's more effective. It's all presentation. I'm not on some high horse here, Pale Horse, pun intended. There I am in a black ski mask from like 1997, 98. And then we locally found the tape and re-aired it back in 2005. But I'm a SWAT team, New World Order, national police officer in this video. And I'm talking about how wonderful it's going to be to take your guns and use stage terror to bring in a New World Order. Yeah. And so see, I'm not on a high horse here with you. I'm saying when I did this, it was to discredit the establishment.
Yeah. Well, when I first put this video up that got all this attention, I just had no idea what was to come. There's millions of videos on YouTube, and I never thought in a million years that mine would be singled out, and I was happy to see that it was getting a lot of hits and things like that. But then it just kind of snowballed and kind of exploded in my face. And, I am a little worried about, being raided at any moment by the ATF or someone like that, But the fact is that,
you are not going to be raided, but they don't care. They will come in. The BATFE is the most corrupt agency out there. Literally, going back to their revenuer days when they were the whiskey tax police, they're the first illegal federal police force. Except for the U.S. Army, they were the first. But the issue is they will come in your house, they will modify that Uzi and send you to prison. They will put a pipe bomb on you, knock your teeth out, put you in a vehicle, drive you around, and diesel you till your feet explode in your shoes. These guys kill cops. You know who they send? More and more, it looks like FBI didn't kill Terrence Yakey, the police officer in Oklahoma City. It looks like BATF, now BATFE, killed him. So let me tell you, you want to deal with hardcore murderers who enjoy killing people. You don't want to deal with the BATFE. These are hardcore murderers on average. Some of them investigate fires and explosives. But the special political division they've got is the most criminal group you can imagine. I would put the semi-auto Uzi at your parents' house or your cousin's for a while. I would come out, clean cut in a suit, explain why you did it, and explain, but again, that's your opinion. And I don't think they're going to come after you now that you've been on this show. If they were allowed to start using you as a poster boy, which they may start doing, then they may bust you and set you up. I'm just warning you.
No, and I've been told, by some of the people in the militia movement that I'm friends with, I'm like, CNN contacted me and, this producer from CNN, and she wanted to talk to me, and he's like, don't do it. You know what I mean? He's saying,
yeah, they will distort anything and everything you say.
They could try to make me the next Timothy McVeigh, you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what Tim McVeigh worked for Special Forces, confirmed, it's come out in federal documents. He was videotaped at military camps years after he was supposedly out. He thought he was an anti-militia movement, deep cover, and he thought he was running a BATFE sting, and they set him up and then drugged him and then threatened to kill his family if he didn't go along with it.
And the same thing with Oswald. you know?
Exactly. CIA on record, congressional testimony. We have a CIA control number. He worked at top secret U-2 spy plane facilities in Japan. Absolutely. I mean, even if you worked for them, they'll burn you. I'm just saying, don't play into their hands, but not just you. No one else out there. If you want to go out with your buddies and dress in camo for rural operations, if you ever have to defend the Republic, fine, that's great. But most operations should be how to infiltrate peacefully. An operation is going to city council, getting signed in, going in, rallying people in a 3-minute speech. The feds are taking over. The foreign banks are taking over our city. Please support me. Meet me at the back here after the city council meeting. Let's form a citizens group to fight this takeover.